Life is hard. Getting our lives figured out feels impossible at times. Regardless of how your life looks right now, you are in a vehicle that can't slow down. It can't go back or stand still. It only goes forward. You can steer right or left, but you don't know where you are going. You can never take a picture from above, nor do you know the place you are going towards. But you do know the destination. Millions of things distract you along the way, and happily, most of the distractions we appreciate. Friends, family, and exciting video games sprinkle our lives with happiness. But let's take a step back and take this opportunity together to look at our lives from above. I am 30. My college years are behind me, but professionally, I don't know where I'm going. Life feels full, but in a rather wonderful manner, I must say. You might be in a different place, traveling or studying. But let's put things in perspective a bit. Let's assume all of us here will be lucky enough to live to the wonderful age of 90. That would translate into 5,480 weeks of life since we were born. We've spent 260 weeks before we joined elementary school wanting candy. Now we're 18, and we've spent 946 weeks of our lives, but happily, puberty's behind us. We've had little influence on our own path in life so far, but now we get to choose where we are going. But all this time, we were more or less prepared to be a functional being by our caregivers. This phase of our lives differs a great deal from one person to another. You might need to pick up a job and support your family, or you might have the comfort of studying further. In any case, in school or at your job, the grind starts around 20. You have now spent more than 1,000 weeks, and these, for most of us, have been the worry-free years. If you fit most patterns, you will be working till the age of 65. 2,350 weeks of your life would go into hopefully satisfying and fulfilling work that will make you feel appreciated. For most people, the work that we are doing is everything. It defines our existence to a T. Our entire life is wrapped around what we do, and we are what we do. Choosing to do something meaningful is rather important. In these 2,350 weeks of adulthood, our social fabric is defined as well. In this time frame, friendships for life are being shaped, children are being born, and houses are being built. In the same time frame, some of us may get divorced, high school friends may vanish, hobbies may be forgotten. You are now 65. Around 3,380 of your 5,480 weeks are behind you. You are reaching the end, the tail's end. If you are lucky enough to have a stable financial situation at this point, you are free to do whatever you want. The average life expectancy in the US is 79, Japan 85, Brazil 76, Canada 82. Let's say you beat all the odds and die at 85. You have 1,040 weeks left of freedom. In the end of your life then, you spend as much time free as you've spent in your carefree years as a child. This time is not equal though. While as a child you've discovered new skills and interests every week, in the last part of your life you discover unfortunate diseases and tiredness. For example, the average age of a person at the time of their first heart attack in the United States is 65 for males and 72 for females. Your retirement years may still be great nonetheless, but disappointment and hardship are to be expected. All this assumes all is functioning decently well and we get to the end. A lot of us won't though. A car accident can end your life at age 11. A heart attack can end you at 42. A brick may fall on your head while you are visiting a construction site as a proud retiring architect at 65. People lose their lives abruptly every day. Chances are figures that do actually affect people, and that means that a random percentage of our lives is slashed every year by chance. Life is hard enough for us to grasp without all these figures, but from time to time, taking a step back and trying to slow down might help us prevent future disappointments and regrets. In your odd time vehicle, you don't think about this often. We go forward at full speed, doing what we can to make the vehicle steer in what we think is the right direction. But we never see the big picture. We never know where we are going, only where we are trying to go, if we are lucky. Let's put things differently. Think about your parents. As a child, in the most fortunate of cases, you spend your first 18 years with your parents or caregivers. As you grow older, moving to college or for work, your time with the two most important beings in your life drastically declines. For most of us, the vast majority of time we will ever spend with our parents ends here, around the age of 20. Let's assume you, like me, are 30 years old and your parents are 60. And we are all extremely lucky to have 30 years more of coexistence. If you live rather far away from your parents and only see them for 10 days a year, that means you only have 300 days left with your mum and dad. This is not the end of your life, but you are slowly moving towards the end of your time with the most important people in your life. One day, it will be your last time meeting your parents. You will not know it's the last time, but it happens all the time. This feeling is awful and eerie, but doing things for the last time happens more often than we realize. We all put off talking to a high school friend, and this may go on for sufficient time to make it the last time. We often postpone our hobbies or going back to our favorite hike. Later often means never. Things change all the time. Wherever you are watching this though, note that according to Mel Robbins, the odds of you being born are 1 in 400 trillion. All of us here and our loved ones have beat the odds by a long margin. Life is hard, but it is an extremely hard and beautiful gift. In the end, even if the vehicle is not slowing down or stopping, what matters to us is the direction we are going, the decisions we make, and the experiences we cherish. The time that we have is all the time we are ever going to get. Make it count. This video has been inspired by the Kurzgesagt video entitled "What Are You Doing With Your Life? The Tail End?" and Tim Urban of Wait, But Why? Both extraordinary resources that you should follow if you're not doing already. Link is in the description.